The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Adams, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Bridgewater now from the 50. That's caught by Meredith, right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Levante David in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. That's complete to Meredith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Taylor. They shot, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, Taylor. It's caught by Mike Evans. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Taylor to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Play action. Now Taylor. He may try and run for this. Taylor hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. They begin here with a run by West. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Taylor to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Olivier Vernon coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. Alex Okafor getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Oh, he slipped right by him. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position, and then he coughed it up.
Well, they went from elation to deflation in a hurry, didn't they? I mean, everything was working just right for them. That type of a return, that field position that they expected to have, unfortunately, none of it came through.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. first down carry here for Johnson. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Adams. And he stopped immediately there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades. A 63-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mallet to throw for the first time since coming on. They'll roll him out right. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Mallet. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try to pound it in with West. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mallet now. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Now White on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Blue landed.
Now West. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Spins away. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They're going to try and throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And break. The tight end's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32. Z.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Flush to his right. Complete. He finds Bray. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Setting up the screen for West. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw again is Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No,
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Levante David in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. On 1st down, Adams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Second down, Bridgewater. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, Adams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to go up top again. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2.
Slow. Under.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down now, Adams, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, it's Adams, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Back to throw. He's got it to West on the dump off. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Okafor. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bucs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll sneak it with Taylor, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak, because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
One receiver to the left is Evans. He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Now it's Taylor. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Saints, they did what they needed to do. They split their first two road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.